Welcome to New Vision's Echo Tip episode number 28. Hello, I'm David Ward, an assistive technology instructor with New Vision based here in Southwest Virginia. In today's Amazon Echo Tip, we're going to talk about what's called Echo-to-Echo calling, where you can call from one Amazon Echo to another Echo. In a previous episode, we talked about the phone calling features and all the ins and outs of those. In other words, calling to a landline or a cell phone, an actual phone number. And there's a lot of complexities to how to enable that and what kind of apps you need to have for that and things like that. But today, we're going to particularly just zero in on echo-to-echo calling. And this could even include video conferencing if you had an Amazon Echo Show or Spot that has a built-in screen and camera. So much like maybe what we call FaceTime on an iPhone or Apple device, where you can do video conferencing from one person to another. So similar functionality with the Echo Show or Echo Spot. But if you don't have one of those, you can still do voice calling from Echo to Echo, assuming you and the recipient of your call both have the proper features enabled. So first off, I'm going to ask you to press that microphone button on your Amazon Echo. That way, when I'm using the A-Lady's name, your Echo at home won't be responding thinking I'm talking to it. Okay, so I'll just give you a moment to do that. It has a little picture of a microphone with a slash through it on the top of your Echo. You want to press that, and it will turn the ring red on the top. Okay. So hopefully if you got a chance to do that, it'll also make a thump sound when you do it. Okay, so now let's start discussing this feature. In order to enable Amazon Echo-to-Echo calling, you need to have the app. You have to have the app on a smartphone and not a tablet. It has to be a smartphone, either an Android or iPhone device that has a phone number on it. And that probably won't make a whole lot of sense. And there may be in the future the ability to do it with a tablet, but last I know, you have to have a smartphone to do this, even though a phone number is not really connected with this feature. Okay, so you'll need to have the Alexa app on a smartphone device and then enable this feature. Okay, now once you've done that, basically the process that happens is it will check your contact list on your phone, and it'll make a connection. It'll say, okay, John Doe, you know a Peggy Sue with this phone number. And on the back end, Amazon will say, well, I know a Peggy Sue that has the same phone number, and she has an Echo, and you have an Echo, John Doe. And it will make that correlation between the two of you. And then it will natively enable that phone calling, or I say phone calling, but I mean Echo-to-Echo calling, where your Echo can call their Echo through the internet, no minutes or charges or anything. Obviously, if you're connected to the internet, there could be a data fee if you're using some sort of hotspot or something, but it will not be using your phone minutes or anything like that. And that could be confusing because you do have to enable the feature using the app on a smartphone, but it actually won't go through that carrier at all unless you've specially configured it to go through your hotspot data connection or something like that. Okay, so that will be Echo-to-Echo calling. Then after that, you can simply call from one Echo to another Echo. You can say, call Peggy Sue, and it will place a call to Peggy Sue. So very powerful feature. All right, so are there some limitations? Well, they will need to be in your contacts on your phone. If you don't have Peggy Sue in there, it won't have the ability to validate that Peggy Sue has an Echo of her own, and there's a customer at Amazon that has that device. Additionally, you can do something kind of cool. You can send messages to yourself or to others, and these are actual like voicemail messages. Let me give you a demonstration of that. Alexa, send a message to David Ward.
What's the message for David Ward?
Hey man, how you doing today?
Sending from David.
Now you hear that sound? That means that I have an incoming message. Alexa, play my message.
2 for David Ward. 2 from David Ward.
Hey man, don't forget, you need to call Radar and get your laundry over to the dry cleaner tomorrow. Haha. Alexa, stop.
Received.
So that was a message I sent to myself earlier about my dry cleaning and laundry I needed to take somewhere. So it's pretty powerful. It's great for reminders in that sense if you send it to yourself. But I could send a verbal message to a friend as well, which is pretty powerful as well. So just pretty neat. I didn't expect the sequence to go like that. I expected it to default to the newest one, but apparently it defaults to the oldest one that hasn't been played yet, which is something I sent to myself earlier today. All right, so that just gives you a little idea about echo-to-echo calling, even sending voice memos from echo to echo or to friends. And so hopefully give that a try. Just one additional feature I will mention. You do have the capacity inside your own system or family members, if you want, to use what's called a drop-in feature. And we won't have time to discuss it in this episode, but needless to say, it's like using your Echo like an intercom. So if I had an Echo upstairs in my house and downstairs, I could configure it so I don't have to have somebody on the other end explicitly say answer. It could actually just automatically connect the two of us. So think of that as like an intercom or maybe like a baby monitor or something like that. And you can do that inside your own account if you had multiple Echoes. But if you have a family member who maybe has difficulty in answering the phone or doing something like that, and they were agreeable to it, you could even do that across the internet, somebody else at a different location. So that's kind of cool too. All right, so that basically covers our echo-to-echo calling. In our next episode, we'll be talking about our general settings, all sorts of settings in general, and just kind of perusing some of those things. So it's time to turn your microphone back on your Amazon Echo. Start using it, practicing it, trying new things. I'm David Ward for New Vision signing off, and we thank you for listening. This episode is brought to you by New Vision in connection with a grant from the Foundation for the Roanoke Valley and with the kind use of WVTF Studios. For the newest information and content about what New Vision is doing, please see the website newvision, ROA, the first three letters of Roanoke, .org. That's .org. New Vision is a nonprofit that provides information services and assistive technology training to the visually impaired living in Southwest Virginia. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision.